Hey guys, my name is Develop1, and today you're looking at some footage from Vanguardian Strike in Destiny. So I was just gonna talk about a few things, to be exact. I was gonna talk about the Division. The Division just came out a couple days ago, as you guys know, and from my views from the beta, the game is actually pretty solid. Can't lie. It's a pretty good game. It does compare to Destiny in some way. I would say it's can't lie. You can't say it's not a clone. You could say it's a clone, but to be exact, it's more or less. It just does things that Destiny should have done since the beginning. To implement a story that works. But yeah, as you guys know or have heard, in general, Destiny Year One version, it wasn't that great. People hated it. Did distaste? They had a distaste for its story, and it was pretty horrible for the game. Market wise, you got lots of new players. It's just it lost many once people didn't know what to do right after they hit level 20. It was confusing. That pop up that you only get gear. You only level up after after by getting better gear. Only popped up once, and many people just either didn't have time to do it, to reach that level 32, and or due to raids. So many people missed out on opportunities such as raids, and it didn't work out. But obviously, what I'm here to talk about is the division. So yeah, and you must be wondering why I don't have division footage in the background. Well, I still don't have the game. Let's be honest. I'm giving it time for the reviews to set on. They're pretty good. I myself am saying it's good. Doesn't mean I want to buy the game or need to buy the game yet. So I'm just waiting time off. But I'll settle on getting it in a while. And yeah, you guys will see some division from here on randomly around the place. But yeah, Destiny. So aspects that the division has that Destiny has. So let's say character customization. Uh, who does it better? Well, in the beta, it wasn't really shown, but from what I've seen in smaller gameplays, like on YouTube, well, it's a lot more detailed than Destiny. There's more into visuals than Destiny does. Destiny is more or less you customize your character. That's about it. You really don't see your character's head under the mask when you're in battle. Only in social life. Um, so technically it's worthless, but when it's in Division, it's your character never really wears a mask that fully covers his face. So that kind of helps the customization there. Slots, weapon slots. Well, weapon slots. So, as you know, Destiny has three types of weapons. It has primaries, secondaries, and heavies. Primaries will usually distinguish from assault rifles to pulse rifles to hand cannons, which are pistols, big pistols. And then secondaries usually go from shotguns to snipers to sidearms, which are smaller, more effective at closer range pistols and fast. And you know, that's one good thing about the game. It does the same thing, but in a different way. Instead, you have three weapon slots. These three weapon slots are split into three things, such as you got a pistol you could choose from. You got um, two types of primaries you could choose from, and at the same time, it works out. It checks fine. Pretty good, solid system there. Another thing that the division sort of seems to get down to is the light level. It's copying. It's not copying, but it's implementing the same type of system that Destiny has with light levels. Light levels are the levels right after you hit a certain point and you have to start collecting gear. This gear is used to keep going higher, getting higher levels, such as light. That's what they're called, and they usually distinguish up towards better, being able to do higher level stuff. Which for the division, I would say is the same. They would implement the same way. Um, I don't know. Destiny itself has a raid system. I haven't heard much about the divisions, but I would say there is one too, and it checks pretty fine. So, I don't know. So let's say, what would I give the division if I had it in my hands and I was able to play it? Well, I would give it a solid 10 out of, not 10 out of 10, but maybe like a 8 out of 8.5 out of 10 for PvE, and for PvE, PvP. That's a different story. I myself didn't really enjoy the PvE in the game. It seemed to balance, and well, you know, what can you do? It's sort of, during the closed beta, it was open beta. It wasn't really finished yet. So we right there, it's obvious point. But then one feature that I just kind of distasted during the open beta was that there's a trader system. This trader system is sort of broken. It doesn't benefit those who have it. So if you're marked as a trader, you're screwed, sort of. Because if you were to kill or accidentally damage a friendly, you would instantly be marked. And after you're instantly marked, you either, at this point, they might let you live, they might not shoot you. But on the other hand, there's times where, as soon as you're marked, people just take the opportunity to start attacking you because, they get no penalty for killing a rogue, which sucks, that's horrible. And I died. But, yeah, it's a horrible process how that works. Like, you actually accidentally damage a guy who runs into your bullets, you get marked as a traitor, and then you get killed, losing all the gear you found in the dark zone. So, like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna, like, go back in there and try to get it all back, or is it all gone by the time you go back? So I won't say it's a bad system of PvP. The PvP is fun. It's not that addicting. It's fun. It's great. There's not much overgrind. You can run around with four players, and just like either terrorize other players or just get geared. But yeah, so I don't know. The PvP, Destiny's PvP is broken too. Or no, I would say I think it was fixed a little bit more than it was. And I don't know, it's broken, sort of. Has it been fixed? A bit more than it was before. There's no more laggy games are not such a thing anymore, which is a miracle. Because that's what everyone needed. We didn't want more laggers in our games, and that helped. One thing that I would give the PvP in Destiny is that it's more free. It's that the division is a lot more freer. It's the dark zone is open. It's not limited to just one map, or it is limited to one map, but it's open, and you're not just running around in circles in one PvP map, only restricted to a certain area, but instead you're all around the place walking around in the dark zone. Um, so it's great. So what what would I rate it? The Dark Zone would get I don't know, maybe a 7, because it's not that bad. It's a 7, and Destiny's is some relatively close to 6 or 7. Goes up and down depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do certain activities, it's a lot harder for certain activities to be done, because it takes time. Like skirmish is just activities that are not restricted by certain things are a lot worse, because there's some guns that are either not used anymore because they're too low and light, but they're still a little bit overpowered in general. But yeah, guys, that was a pretty good and brief little review for The Division, the game I don't have yet, and I still plan to get. But thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoy and have a good time. Subscribe and like for more.